I'm a registered nutritionist and I'm here with Rumbie. Today we're going to be looking at breast cancer. October is our month where we are wanting to make sure that we as women, we are aware of how can we be able to not only prevent, but even for those who have been told that you do have breast cancer, what are some of the things that you can be able to start incorporating and doing so that you're able to slow down the progression of breast cancer? Breast cancer is a disease that affects us as the developing country because we as women, we've got a 60% more high likelihood of getting it. And unfortunately, or fortunately, the percentage of the mortality rate is also way much higher as compared to developed countries. It's close to 50% high. So what now needs to be done is that beyond the screening that we put, we also need to ensure that we try by all means to reduce the number of modifiable risk factors so that we're able to ensure that the number of women who have breast cancer, the threshold levels, are able to slowly go down. We're going to look at some of the foods that have been recommended and advised so that we can be able to help women to ensure that every single bite that they take is one that is helping to stop and to prevent the growth of cancer cells in the body. And ladies, please note, I know majority of us believe that it has a lot to do with your age or it's got to do with genes. But research has actually shown that genetics only play 5%. 5% is a very small percent when it comes to the number of risk factors that can actually lead to you getting breast cancer. And research has shown that the number one thing that we can do to prevent breast cancer is to ensure that our diet is right. Your diet has the power to reduce breast cancer by 50 to 90%. 50 to 90%, especially if you are taking what we call a plant-based diet. A plant-based diet is more of the African diets that we have here in Zimbabwe, where we're saying we need to be having more of the greens, having more of the beans, the lentils. Research has actually shown that women who consume these on a regular basis have a smaller rate and they're able to prevent breast cancer as compared to those who don't. So this is definitely a light bulb moment, not only for myself, but I also believe for other women who are watching this today. Some of the foods that you can be able to start taking beginning today, ladies, number one is mushrooms. Mushrooms are remarkable. Back in the olden days, the Egyptians believed that the mushrooms was a lifelong food. If you want to live a long life, eat more mushrooms. So what can you do as ladies? One mushroom is able to reduce and prevent breast cancer by 64%. That's a very big percent. But what's even more interesting is if you add one mushroom to a cup of green tea, research shows that you reduce and you are able to prevent breast cancer by 8 to 9%. Isn't that amazing? It's so simple. And number three, we have dried fruits. Dried fruits such as the wheat, or the sour, or the dates, raisins, all of these have been shown according to research to stop the progression of cancerous cells by 24%. So I know it may sound a little bit overwhelming because changing everything overnight is really impossible. But one thing we want to leave you with today is start small. The small steps always add up. If you've not been taking mushrooms, look at your diet and say, okay, how can I incorporate more mushrooms into my daily diet? Whether it means you're having it as a stew, or you're adding it as a soup, or as a vegetable, you've already been able to have one mushroom a day. So make sure that you start small. Don't make a big goal which is unrealistic and something that you can't be able to attain. Each and everything is going to add up eventually. Our goal, women, must always be, let's promote anti-cancer and not pro-cancer. Anti-cancer, as we said today, begins with diet. So all of you ladies out there, now is the time for us to take control. We have the power to stop and to reduce and to prevent breast cancer. And it comes with one woman, one lady at a